Hi, I'm Kathy Pfefferhahn with Finances And. This is where I clarify financial topics and make managing your money less mysterious. In a world where finances can be intimidating, I'm here to simplify the complex, making personal finance fun. Don't let your fear hold you back. Are you ready to crack the code on managing your money and health? My name is Kathy, and I'm glad you're here to watch as I unravel the mysteries behind health savings accounts, HSAs, and flexible spending accounts, FSAs. I'll be talking about dollars, cents, and everything in between, giving you the lowdown on how these accounts can transform the game of your finances. It's not just about the letters that I've been saying. It's about navigating a smarter path to financial and health success. So if you're ready to turn those ABCs into a plan for healthier and a wealthier you, this video is a great starting point. Let's dive in. I'm going to have 3 questions for you at the end that you can answer, so stick around. So let's understand the basics. If we delve into the fundamental concepts of health savings accounts and flexible spending accounts, I'm going to be talking about including the primary purpose and how they differ from traditional health plans. Health savings accounts, HSAs, and the flexible spending accounts, FSAs, are financial tools designed to help individuals manage and save for their healthcare expenses. HSAs are typically paired with high-deductible healthcare insurance plans and offer a triple tax advantage. The contributions are tax-deductible, the funds grow tax-free, and withdrawals are qualified medical expenses are also tax-free. This makes HSAs a powerful long-term savings vehicle for healthcare costs. In contrast, FSAs are employer-sponsored accounts that allow the employees to set aside pre-tax dollars to cover eligible medical expenses. While both HSAs and FSAs can be used for medical expenses such as doctor's visits, prescription medication, and certain medical procedures, they do have key differences. HSAs are more portable, as their account is actually owned by the individual and can be carried over from year to year, even if you were to change employers. On the other hand, an FSA is often a use it or lose it kind of provision, meaning that any unused funds at the end of a plan year could be forfeited. Although some employers do offer a grace period or a carryover option of 2.5 months. Understanding the nuances of HSAs and FSAs is crucial for individuals seeking to optimize their healthcare-related financial planning. Because of some of the differences between HSAs and FSAs, you're going to need to consider some factors as the eligibility criteria, contribution limits, and rollover options. So then you can identify which account best aligns for you and your financial and health needs, and then ultimately how they can help you save on your taxes as well. HSAs allow you to put money away for qualified medical expenses. The plan works like this. You must belong to a high deductible health plan, an HDHP, but not a PPO or health maintenance plan. It's an insurance plan that has a very large deductible, usually in the thousands for medical expenses. And so to combat this, you're allowed to save money to be used to compensate for the large out-of-pocket deductibles that you're going to have. In 2023, the minimum deductible for an individual for these HDHP plans was $1,500, and for a family, it's $3,000. This plan is only eligible for these HDHP accounts if you belong to a qualified plan and you have no other health plan, you're not enrolled in Medicare, and you can't be claimed on someone else's tax return. So the basic tax benefits associated with these accounts, including pre-tax contributions, tax-free withdrawals for the qualified medical expenses, and potential investment growth. The maximum that you can contribute to your HSA is $3,850 for an individual and $7,750 for a family. Those that are 55 and older can also add an additional $1,000. All of these contributions that you're making are 100% tax deductible from your federal income tax. But if you go over the allowable limits I just named, you're going to get taxed 6% on the amount that's over that minimum. These accounts have another benefit. You can allow them to grow and use them during a retirement and apply it towards medical needs then, when you'll probably have greater expenses. You'll never lose the money that you put into your account, unlike a flexible spending account. And although at age 65 you can no longer contribute to the account, it's yours to spend at any age. So the contribution limits and the rules that govern HSAs and FSAs ensure compliance and an understanding of the implications if you exceed these limits. The contributions are tax-free because you contribute pre-tax while the account grows tax-free. You can be invested in stocks, mutual funds, or any other investment options. Additionally, the withdrawals are tax-free as well. But of course, there are some disadvantages. You need to have enough money to be able to afford the high deductible health plan. And if you use the funds that you've withheld on an HSA for anything other than medical costs, you're going to owe the income tax and a 20% penalty on any of the money that you've used. It's not true for those over age 65 if they use it for something other than medical, but they will owe the income tax if it's used for other purposes. A detailed list of qualified medical expenses for both HSAs and FSAs can help you make a more informed decision on how to utilize your funds for maximum benefits. These pre-tax dollar accounts allow you to pay for deductibles, co-pays, co-insurance, Medicare's Part B and D, prescription drugs, and other expenses, including some out-of-pocket healthcare purchases. I also found that the IRS had a document called Publication 502 Medical and Dental Expenses, and it has a long list of A to Z items that are eligible to use for either HSA or FSA money. Here are some of the interesting ones that I found. You can purchase artificial limbs. You can pay for a guide dog. You can pay to have lead paint removed. You can even get wigs if your hair loss is due to a disease that you have. The rollover options for unused funds in your flexible spending account can be strategically managed, and you can grow the accounts over time. FSAs are used for certain out-of-pocket healthcare expenses. Although also tax-free, these funds do have an expiration date. You must use whatever you've had set aside within 1 year or with that 2.5-month grace period. However, some plans do allow you to carry over $610 to use for the following year. So you're going to have to carefully consider now how much are you going to take out throughout the year. I would suggest taking a look back to see how much money you've spent in the previous years, or what expenses are you planning for in the coming year that you might need to pay for. Maybe you have a surgery coming up or dental work, or you find that you pay a lot in prescription drugs. These can all be considered and planned for when deciding how much to have withdrawn. Of course, at the year's end, you'll want to make sure that you spend any money that's still in that account so that you don't lose it if it exceeds that $610 rollover amount. You know, major life events such as job transitions, marriage, birth of a child, all of those can impact FSAs. The IRS specifies that you can make changes to your FSA during open enrollment or when you experience any of these changes. Your marital status through divorce, death, or if you get married, if you have a child or adopt a child, or even if your employment status changes, you may no longer be qualified. Conversely, HSAs can be changed at any time for any reason because it's your money that you're having withheld. You should consider incorporating HSAs and FSAs into your long-term financial and health strategies while contemplating factors like retirement planning, anticipated health care needs, and your potential shifts in income. Now for those 3 questions. Are you allowed to roll over your FSA account funds each year? Can you apply HSA funds towards the cost of an HMO or a health maintenance organization? What % will you be penalized if you use the funds for non-medical purchases? I'm Kathy. Thanks for joining me on your journey to financial empowerment. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to embark on the adventure of learning with us that's going to change the way that you think about finances.